Shalom. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kudash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And this is Shabai from the GMS Denver. And I'm in Jeremiah 2 with the Spirit. It says, Moreover, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, Thus saith Yahweh, I remember thee, the kindness of thy youth, and the love of thine espousals, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness, in a land that was not sown. Okay? Cry in the ears of the Jerusalem, that means, go and talk to the people, show them their transgressions. Like it tells you in Isaiah 58:1. That's what we're doing, The espousals, that's another, it goes into a way of life. All right? An adoption. Israel was holiness unto Yahweh, and the first fruits of his increase. All that devour him shall offend, evil shall come upon them, saith Yahweh. All right, so showing you again, the Lord, whoever he has favor on, or whoever it says in the scriptures in the Apocrypha, it talks about he hath care for his elect. If you're doing anything to offend the elect or come against his little ones, he's going to devour you, man. Evil is going to come upon you, meaning bad times. It says, Hear ye Yahweh, hear ye the word of Yahweh, O house of Jacob, and all the families of the house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, What iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me, and have walked after vanity, and are become vain. All right? So first of all, the Israelites, this is how this word is for, It's not for everybody, okay? And Yahweh, he finds the iniquity in us, Just like our forefathers. They were walking in iniquity. That's why we're in the state we're in now. We're in a punishment stage. Whether you're the elect or the 2/3, we're all being punished. That's one thing that we can say, that the the Israelites, the 2/3 and the elect, are both being punished right now for the iniquities of our fathers. Neither said they, Where is Yahweh that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, that led us through the wilderness, through the land of deserts and pits, through a land of drought and of the shadow of death, through a land that no man passed through, and where no man dwelt. Right, and that's the same thing in spiritual Egypt, They're not acknowledging Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay? The people here, they're not in that spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They're basically acting like the heathen that devoured them, right? Let me get, what is it, Psalm? I think it's Psalm 17:10 maybe. Let me see. No, it's 17, maybe 17:4. Maybe it's 10:4. Oh, it's Psalm 10:4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Heavenly Father is not in all his thoughts. See? So when these people move, here in Babylon, the way they move, it has to do with wickedness, because the Most High is not even in their thoughts. Right? It says, His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far from above, out of his sight. For all his enemies he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And this is really talking about Esau, the wicked. But the problem is 2/3 of our people, they take on those heathen mindsets. They take on the mindset of an Edomite, of the wicked. thinking that, they're never going to be in adversity. They have these like they have these expectations of themselves, which has to do with building an empire here in Babylon, or moving like a heathen, you know. And when they come into conflict, their counsel isn't coming from godly counsel. Their counsel is coming from, wicked, vibrations. So let's keep reading Jeremiah 2. In verse 5 it says, Thus saith Yahweh, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me, and have walked after vanity, and are become vain. Right, so they have, that's how our people are. They blame things on God when bad things happen, and which yeah, it's all justified, because Yahweh, He brings the good and the evil. But they want to sit here and cast Him away, Matter of fact, I saw this dude. I'm over here in downtown Phoenix. He was on like a scooter, and he ran into a cement small little pillar. It was downtown, and he ran into it on the scooter and fucked himself up, right? And the first thing uttered out of his mouth, and he said it all demonic in a bad voice, he was like, "F you, God," and it was all demonic. Like the first thing that came out of his mouth, And that's how these people are, man. That's their spirit. They don't have they walk in the way of vanity, meaning useless. They put their hope and their energy into useless things. Verse 6, Neither said they, Where is Yahweh that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, that led us through the wilderness? Right? Oh, I'm sorry. I read that. Salakia. Verse 7, And I brought you into a plentiful country, to eat the fruit thereof and the goodness thereof. But when ye entered, ye defiled my land, and made mine heritage an abomination. And that's what you have going on here in Babylon now. Everybody, it's an abomination here. Abominable things are like, the mows, the happy people, the foods that these people eat. These are all abominations, right? Let me get that word abomination real quick. Let me get it in the blue letter real quick. Here's one use of it.
Strong's H 6292. Pigul.
It's like pig, right? Let's see. That's one, because it's got a bunch of abomination options here. It says pigul, from an unused root meaning to stink, properly, fetid, unclean, abominable, right? And that's in a few verses, but let me grab this. Let me see. That's in Leviticus, this is actually more talking about food, abominable food. But let me grab it in Jeremiah. Let me see what it says in the, let's see. Looks like they kind of changed the format here on the website. It looks a little different, but that's okay. Let me see. What happened to the quick nav? They had a quick navigation option. Can't seem to find it. That's weird. Yeah, this place is full of abominations. From the food to the people are abominations. Let me see. Let me get out of this and see if I can figure out another way to do this. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So Jeremiah 2, because there's, like I said, there's a few words in here for abomination.